following segment on KROC AM is sponsored and paid for by Gwaltney Group of RE/MAX Results. Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you.
Oh, it is so nice to see you. I didn't even remember that you were coming in until you came around the corner, and I went, yay!
Well,
we get to catch up.
Yes, it's fun.
So what's your topic today? What are we talking about?
Well, last week, Rich and I were kind of talking about how I had a couple of new listings that had just hit the market, and it was fun to be able to finally talk about them because normally I list on Friday, and then by Monday they've been sold, so
Wow.
I can't talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
So of those two, one was a townhome, and it did sell that day. The other one is a really nice 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 2-story out on Abbey Lane Southeast. So it's just a few minutes off of 52, and it's got a couple of acres, beautiful big house. And that one's had a lot of lookers and a couple of people that are possibly going to write offer, but it is still available. So if you're interested in a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 2-story on a couple of acres, I've got that. Also listed another house, a nice house out in Bamberwood with a swimming pool in the mid-4s, and that's another big 2-story, 5-bedroom, 4-bath. So I've got some options there, and the inventory is starting to increase a little bit. Got a few more houses.
Said that second house is in the mid-4s. What was the first one?
The first one is mid-3s, 344.
Okay. And so which is the hottest market? Where are things, it seems to me that things that are less than that are going the fastest. Is that right?
I agree. Yep. If you're looking for anything that is $200,000 or less, you better be ready to pounce, and I mean quickly. The last time I looked at that, it was like 20 houses available, which was like 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I think today I looked before I came, and it was 56 houses available today in Rochester, 200,000 or less.
So who wants those 200,000 or less? Is it people who are downsizing, they're retiring and downsizing, or is it people who want to buy their first home?
Mostly people buying their first home.
Wow.
Yeah, rent is expensive in Rochester.
Oh my
One
goodness.
of the highest in the state of Minnesota. And I think it's because we have such a transient population, so they can get high dollar rent. So a lot of people are looking at it going, geez, I could pay $400, $500 less a month and actually own my house and have that tax break.
Sure.
So
well, and I'm sure they're thinking, and even if they are transient to some level, they're going to be here for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Maybe they're thinking, I can do that and then just turn around and sell it because
absolutely.
I'm sure it'll be heating up with the DMC, blah, blah, blah.
And things are selling. Things just sell really quickly. Interest rates are still fantastic, 3.5%.
Can you even believe it?
No.
When you started your career as a realtor, what do you remember what the interest rate was?
Yeah, everybody was so thrilled because the rates were so low at 8%.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, when it gets that low, we're like, we have to refinance.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's 3 point.
Exactly.
So we did.
Yeah.
And that we got a 15-year of like 4 or 5 years ago now, and it still is there. It's amazing.
Isn't that awesome, though? Oh, it's really good. It's making housing affordable, which is great.
Now, my husband, I have to ask you, because my husband read an article about up in the cities, there are some realtors who are doing reverse contingencies. Is that something that is happening in Rochester, and can you explain that?
Yes. Actually, I've had 2 listings like that in the last couple of months. And what happens is people say, I will list my house, but I am making it contingent upon me finding somewhere to go. In other words, I'm not going to put my house on the market and accept an offer if I haven't found a place to buy.
Because a regular contingency is, I will...
Well, it's typically the buyer.
Sell this house.
Yeah,
right.
The buyer says, I'll buy your house if I can sell mine.
Right. Now it's the other way around.
Yeah, sellers are saying, hey, I'll sell you my house if I can find a place to go to.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's a sure sign of lack of inventory.
Wow. Well, if anything else that you need to share?
No, I think that's great.
I just love looking at houses. Do you have people that are just, I bet we drive you crazy?
No, we love that too. Because, when I have people that say, oh, I just want to go and look at quite a few before I make a decision, it just gives me time to get out there and look at what's available, you know, so makes me an expert on the inventory for sure.
I like looking at what other people do decorating wise. I like looking at other people's landscaping. Yeah. Maybe in another lifetime I was somebody.
Or
that was a
maybe you
realtor.
want to be. Yeah, maybe you want to be and you just don't know it yet, Tracy.
Hey, there's all these people that are leaving broadcasting and
Right.
getting into realty. What's the
Right.
deal?
Exactly. It's just a lot of fun, and you're fun people, so it's a good fit.
Well, and you do get to help people with such a major purchase that's
Yeah.
going to be fun too.
It's awesome. I love it.
All right. If people want to get a hold of you with the Gwaltney Group, that, by the way, each week when I'm looking at the insert, the Gwaltney Group is getting larger and larger.
Isn't that crazy?
Each photo, you must have to take a photo
We
every
are. We're
month.
taking photos like every 6 weeks, but it's all right. We don't mind.
All right. How can people reach you?
My cell phone is always a good option,
Okay.
and that is 507-259-4926. And you can always visit our website, which is gwaltneygroup.com.
All right. Thank you, Robin. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Trace.